what can they look for in the victim of the one that's being trafficked?
According to Google, the trafficker is a relatively wealthy white man in suburbia.
What about the girl? How come she's not saying something to somebody? Hey, somebody help me.
When you see a dad take his daughter into the quick trip, or to the gas station, I guess you call it, to use the bathroom, and her uncle brings her out because they're switching cars.
If someone has been abused in SRA and they've been programmed, okay, what are some of the symptoms? What's some of the signs that people can look for?
So, like, we're talking about the running program. I mean, I still have to fight it all the time. You know, when people get too close, you want to instinctively run away.
Okay.
Or in a rough situation, you want to run. Or, you know, you're just starting to get comfortable, so you want to run. Seems
right.
Like I couldn't figure this out until just this last year, but every Thanksgiving or so, I decided I wanted to move. It's time to move.
Wait a minute, hold on. I got a problem because I like moving a lot.
We can schedule a session, man.
Thank you very much. I know I got issues, folks, but now I may no. But that's
so then
one.
I realized that it was November that I ran away from the cult.
Okay, and you would play that out every November. Wow. Okay.
Or like some people. I mean, you look like you've lived a life, but some people never.
I'll take that as a compliment. So.
Some people never think about killing themselves. I can't fathom that because I am programmed. My default is things went wrong, time to die.
That was your default.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you had a personality that was programmed to kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Did that ever come out?
Oh God, yeah. Slit both my wrists, swallowed the razor.
Okay.
How many times have I attempted suicide? Probably like 14.
Okay, so that's another suicide. Could be another personality out there, someone that's been satanically ritually abused and programmed multiple, but not necessarily. Also, you don't remember things.
No, you have huge gaps.
Yeah.
I don't remember everyday life because I wasn't up front for it.
Right.
You know? I don't.
Yeah.
Different parts of me remember rituals. I remember being trafficked, you know?
Yeah. So let's talk about human trafficking. We'll wrap this up. I've done a lot on human trafficking. People don't really understand it. They think that it's in some faraway land. They think it's, in the darkness, down a dark alley. Human trafficking can happen anywhere and everywhere. And it is. Yeah? What's the most in-your-face example of human trafficking, in your opinion? In your face, and people don't even know.
In your face that people don't even realize. When you see a dad take his daughter into the quick trip, or to the gas station, I guess you call it, to use the bathroom, and her uncle brings her out because they're switching cars.
Okay, let's talk about that. Dad brings her in to the gas station.
To use the bathroom. You know, single dad, poor thing. He's got to take his daughter to the bathroom.
Okay, and what happens after that?
Uncle says, hey, we were carpooling. You want to ride with Uncle John for a while? And takes her off with her in his car.
Okay, so why is that human trafficking?
You just exchanged in the bathroom with a John. Right in front of people's faces.
Where do they go in the bathroom? Oh, you're not doing anything in the bathroom. No. You're exchanging.
Just exchanging.
So the John comes in. Is Dad the John?
No, Dad's the handler.
Handler. Okay, we need to be specific here. Dad's the handler. He's the one handling the victim of human trafficking, who's also probably a program multiple in a lot of cases.
Most of the time.
He brings her in. The John, who's pretending to be the uncle. That's where I wanted to catch the train on that one. It's not really the uncle. It's the John, and the John is the buyer, walking out. He puts her in a car.
And if anyone questions it, we're going to the same place. We're just carpooling, and she wants to ride with me for a while.
In your face.
In your face.
At a truck stop.
Not even a truck stop, at Quick Trip.
Quick Trip. A restaurant. Any kind of place that might have a bathroom,
or even sit down and dinner at the restaurant. Having dinner with my uncle and my dad, and I'm going to go home with my uncle instead of my dad.
Well, what about the girl? How come she's not saying something to somebody? Hey, somebody help me.
How about we get little kids in the office all the time? How about not even the kids in my office? How about the fact that I was like 28 years old before I realized that what happened to me was wrong?
So a lot of them think that that's the way life is.
If that's all you know.
Yeah, are they on drugs a lot of times?
Mm-hmm.
Were you on drugs?
I didn't like it as much as other kids did. Some kids would act up to get drugs.
Right.
But I didn't like it, but I have been shot up with drugs. Yeah.
Okay. So what can a person out there who's listening look for signs of human trafficking? What can they look for in the victim of the one that's being trafficked?
Not making eye contact. You can just kind of tell their spirit looks broken. Like,
Broken.
They break your will.
Broken spirit, head bending down maybe, maybe nervous a little bit.
No, because they're pretty comfortable in
Yeah,
the situation.
because maybe they're on drugs, so it's, yeah.
The other thing you want to watch is foster care. Like, if you know that there are foster kids in your school,
Right.
in your co-op, in your kids' karate class, pay attention. You know that in the United States, 60% of the kids that are trafficked come from the foster care system.
That's a disgrace. What about the trafficker? What do we look for in a trafficker? What do they have any special characteristics?
I actually did this survey. According to Google, the trafficker is you, a relatively wealthy white man in suburbia.
Well, you got the white man, right? Suburbia, wealthy. I'm sorry, 2 out of 3 is not bad.
Right?
But yeah, so in other words,
But do you know where to buy a kid?
No,
Do you know where to sell a kid?
no.
Well, I went to a really political event and I asked all the white men that from stage, and they didn't seem to know. So I think that your handlers and the people selling kids might not be what Google wants you to think.
Interesting. So Google's saying it's the upper middle class white male. That's a diversion a lot of times.
It is a diversion.
Yeah.
I mean, we had kids in our office last year before the election that pointed out, little kids, I mean like 4 and 5 year olds that have no political agenda, that pointed out people that they saw on TV as someone that had handled them.
Wow. Even women could be handlers, right?
Hillary, can we say that on here?
No.
Can you say what?
No.
No, don't.
No,
Let's.
no.
We're not going there. But women
Yes.
can be handlers, and women are handlers.
Women are. Even after I left the call, I had a woman handler in my life for a long time that I didn't realize.
Before we close, I want to talk to you quickly about your healing. You came to Jesus. He's healed you. Are you healed?
Are we all ever healed this side of
It's a
heaven?
journey, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's a journey.
Better than I was?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you ever have personalities that come out that you've got to, hey,
Yeah.
that's not, you do?
We our office is closed on Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
so I have time for self-care and healing because it's a
Okay.
continuous journey.
Gotcha. I wasn't going to ask this question, but I have to. A lot of Christian counselors out there. I use that term loosely, Christian counselors.
Do more harm than good.
Case closed. I didn't ask the question, she answered it.
So do pastors who try to cast demons out of multiples. And
See, here's the problem. Don't get me started, which you've already got me started. The Christian community needs to understand this kind of stuff.
the Christian community needs to understand that they have a very organized enemy that is building an army against them
Yes.
to tear them down from
Right.
the inside out, instead of thinking that Satanists are some fly-by-night people.
Right, exactly. And well, you see, most pastors, Christian counselors, the Christian community, they don't understand this world, Aliana. They don't understand it. But you know what? God expects us to understand it. Because these are people, your people. People are hurting, people are broken. In these last days, it's going to multiply.
Mm-hmm. Your billion-soul harvest, who you think it's going to be?
Amen. Okay, so where can people get in touch with you?
WhereYourBrideMinistries.com.
WhereYourBrideMinistries.com.
Yep.
All right. Thank you so much.
In these last days, there will be perilous times. People will worship false gods, lying signs and wonders. Bibles will be taken out of schools. As the Antichrist arises, Christians will be persecuted. But now, God's people have awakened. David Heavener Investigates is proud to bring you End Times Investigations. A new DVD series containing over 8 hours of interviews, commentaries, and teaching on Illuminati and the New World Order, Satanism, miracles and healings, the Antichrist, and one world religion. David interviews some of the top experts in their field.
Hi, I'm David Heavener, and I'm proud to bring you this brand new DVD collection, End Times Investigations.
David reveals how the media is working hand in hand with the Antichrist system. Order now and receive this special DVD collection. Equip yourself and your family. Text BONUS to 41444 or davidhevner.tv/order. Call toll free 844-806-0006. Text BONUS to 41444 or davidhevner.tv/order. Call toll free 844-806-0006.